Hello guys, how are you? I hope you all are doing good. So today we are gonna interpret Machiavelli's advice to Prince. He gives the advice on qualities of the prince. Prince should be clever like fox. Like we should elaborate it more. That what does he wants to say? He says that the prince must understand that yes, politics is not profession for goodness. In it, you have to deal with the evil persons and good one too. But you should know how to be bad rather than to be good. Prince should be clever like fox, should be clever like fox to understand the traps for him which the others have meant, and he should be brave like lion, brave like lion to defend himself and to take a decisions effectively. As we can say is that somehow the Plato also wanted these qualities, like he wants to be reason and courage to in domination in his philosopher king. And Machiavelli also wants these qualities, but Plato was ambiguous in it in his thought. Plato was not giving the clear perceptions. I think because of he don't want to be sound rude or merciless. But in Machiavelli is explicit. He doesn't care what others think about him. He is clear in his thoughts. So now look for his critical evaluations. Critical evaluation is same as Sabine says that Machiavelli is narrowly dated and narrowly located. We can't ignore Machiavelli. We can't ignore Machiavelli as he is giving the as he's being a realist. He's talking the straightforward. He is not trying to be coated in sugar. He is explicit in his thoughts. Now his advice to Prince on management of power, that how should Prince rule. He says that it is better for Prince to be feared rather than to be loved. According to him, that the statecraft basically is the management of power. Management of power. Prince should know how to use it in his favor. He he tells Prince that he should be the cold-blooded. He should be merciless in his thoughts. He should act with the power, but he has to use the power in two dimensions. Now, what are these dimensions? These are the love and force. That first he should use the love, that the affection, because force uh, can be costly and can generate a feeling of revenge in whom it is applied. So first he should use the affection and love for the understanding of his thoughts. But if he is gonna use the force, if he's gonna use the force, take it as the mercilessly. Crush the enemy so that he can't take revenge. Because revenge is the most dangerous feeling. Revenge is the most dangerous feeling. It can be the furious person It can make a furious person who can eliminate the prince. Advice on his advice on role of ethics in politics. In politics, he's gonna show the dual morality. He says that in politics, ends justifies the means. Means his main focus is on the what are the ends. He doesn't care what are the means he's follow. Means he doesn't care about it. He says in politics, prince has to take not only not only prince for in politics prince has to take not only correct decisions but also timely decisions. But while taking decision, he can face the ethical dilemma, ethical dilemma, which may harm the national interest, which may harm national interest. Hence, he says the prince should not worry about ethics, should not worry about ethics, but he should care about national interest. Action may be ethically correct, correct, ethically wrong, sorry, ethically wrong, but may be politically correct. Let's take an example as there is bird flu in your society or in your state, and the government orders the culling of all the poultry, all the pottery, but it may be ethically wrong that all the pottery gonna kill and they don't gonna get any sort of incentive or any sort of protection for it, that who are the owners of these pottery farms. But it it is surely be the politically correct because it will not gonna harm the large community and the persons. He says that if prince sacrifice ends for ethics, then society surely gonna criticize. Surely gonna criticize because after all the end matters. If if in this case that the state doesn't, your state government doesn't give the order to culling of the all the pottery in the pottery farms, and if it continues that the selling of the meat of the chicken and this person can get ill, then the society gonna curse you, curse the state man, curse your chief minister because he doesn't stop this. But if if prince if prince achieved aims achieved aims, then no one gonna criticize it. Oh, सुल्तान चुप रहे साले, घूं कर रहा है. That the Sabine's same criticism that was has Sabine has said, and now Gandhi was also his critics. Gandhi in his book Swaraj has says that the You can't expect a rose to grow if you have sown the seeds. If you have sown seeds of babul. Gandhi was the Gandhi says Gandhi was supporter of ethics and religion in politics and religion in politics. He says without religion and politics that the soul of politics gonna end. They are soul of politics. Machiavelli on religion. Um, Basically, I want to tell you that the Machiavelli is not against religion. He was against church because it was prevalent in Italy, and it is interfering in statecraft too, and which is corrupt at that time. Because of his criticism towards church, he was criticized a lot. He was criticized a lot for it. He says that religion can be useful for prince, can be useful for prince. He should use religion in his favor because many people doesn't commit commit bad deeds just because of just because of fear of God. He suggests prince to be he suggests prince to appear religious in public to appear religious in public whether he has he has faith in it or not. He says prince should use he says a prince should use religion religion not the religion use prince. Now there comes a question that was the Machiavelli immoral? No, he doesn't. Because there is claim that Machiavelli was not ethically good. But if we look in the wider perspective, we will see that he is compromising ethics for the sake of national interest. If all consider that the ethics to be good, then the national interest can be compromised. National interest should be superior for the betterment of nation. Now his advice on foreign policy. He says he says the prince should go for expansionist policy, foreign policy. He advises prince to have army of nationals, army of nationals only. Means the only the citizens who are the nationally from there, they should be in the army. In case he conquered the particular land, he should only rule that land directly, directly only if the religion of prince or culture or society relates with the prince, culture and society, then only. Otherwise, he should appoint. Uh, otherwise, he should appoint a viceroy from their society to govern. He, his advice on fortune. He says the fortunes is not under anyone's circumstances. It is not under control. Not under control. It is a bad luck. He says it is a bad luck. If prince has done all the preparation, has done all the preparation, and if luck luck is not in his favor, is not in his favor, then also it can be the consequential for prince. Consequential for prince. For prince. He suggests for to face the consequences of bad luck that the prince should prepare for all the embankments. Plan B to deter the bad luck. To deter the bad luck. He suggests that the fortune is like woman, and woman always impress brave man. So prince should be brave enough. Should be brave enough to face challenges. And by his this dictum, we can consider him as the optimistic too, as he is optimistic that the good will gonna come, good will gonna happen. Discourse. What are his discourse? What we adjugate from his all the Machiavelli's theory or all the his sayings, that what he wants to say. In his book, The Prince, he advocates for monarchy. But in his another book, Discourse, he suggests republican form of government. He says where the society is learned, learned society, calm, civilized. It should be ruled by the republican. And if the society is not good, that is society, unstable, then it should be ruled by the monarch, because monarch has the power or authority to govern with the iron hand. He says that the society should be ruled by the should not be ruled by the feudal lord. as they are the worst corrupted persons. He advises Prince in the conflict of feudals and common man. Prince should take side of the common man rather than feudal lord because they have the aspiring powers, but common man always wants the security of his property and in their life. So they don't have the large ambitions as compared to feudal lord, which are always on the verge to get on the power. What are the critical evaluations? Critical evaluations are the same. You can write of the Sabine and Gandhi, and at last you can also write some good things about Machiavelli, that he was a realist who was talking about the real thing, but others don't want to be. He was the optimistic person, not only pessimistic, as it was seen from his narrowly dated and narrowly located time scale. So that's all for today, and bye.